Well, good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. Mike from the Grapevine, thank you, Michael, for being here. Alfonso from Savo's, Jason as well. And Dan, I want to thank you for being here today with us. Today's day is about launching our website for the Cumberland County Republican candidates for freeholder and county clerk. Our candidates have gone through great discussion and about getting information out to the public. And in order to do that, because of so many of the issues that we are faced here with in Cumberland County, they felt it best that they wanted to provide an avenue and a mechanism to be able to educate the public about many of the concerns that they find in Cumberland County. In order to do that, we've established with Graphicus Communications a website that will navigate you, the press, as well as the public through their concerns and issues that we are faced with here in Cumberland County. It is interactive. We'll step you through it as we go through the process of what the site is about. And the mechanism for the site is driven through the cards you see in front of you, as well as other communication methods to get people to it through advertising and other media sources. Each one of these cards will be passed out, and everything we have drives the people to the site, which is called cumberlandanswers.com. In each one of the cards, you will find that there are particular topics that are assigned to each one of the candidates. And they're assigned for particular reasons. And I'll start with Sam Fiocchi. Sam, who was assigned particular topics. If you don't have a card in front of you, feel free to grab one. Take a look at it. Each one of the candidates had their own card. The particular topics for Sam Fiocchi is dealing with the issue of wasted millions of dollars on the county social service building. Sam, I'll let you touch on why this is your topic.
Well, as you know, I've been a businessman for so many years in Cumberland County, over 35 years, and I've also dealt in land acquisition as well. And when I see with the money that we're wasting on a multi-year lease for this building, it's atrocious. So it became a subject or a cause that became very dear to me. So that that is one of the main reasons why this became a fulcrum part of the campaign here in Cumberland County.
As well as Sam, there's some issues that are here. Feel free, any of you, if you want to interact with any one of the candidates and ask any question that you may think is relevant. Sam, there's also the stimulus dollars issue is yours, and I would assume it's for the same reasons that you chose these topics.
Yes, that's exactly right too. Like there again, I've always been involved in real estate and development, and when I see all the stimulus money being poured out to every other county, but Cumberland, it's appalling that we're not getting a single dollar when we have 7 Democratic freeholders, 4 Democratic assemblymen in our county, and 2 Democratic senators, with also a Democrat governor, opposing all this. So it became pretty atrocious to me that why we are not getting any stimulus dollars, zero.
Although all these issues, of course, are ones of which that we will touch more in depth at a later date as the campaign moves forward. We're touching on them a little bit today to give you an idea about how we're educating the public. And we will step you through in a second or two a little bit about how the site works and then navigate your way through. But I want to move on next to Rick. Rick has a couple of topics. If you don't have a card in front of you, please grab one. A few of his topics that start with dealing with spending of many dollars in Cumberland County that are outside the county for patronage jobs. Rick?
Well, obviously I have a real concern. Growing up, I was always proud to be a resident of Vineland and Cumberland County, and I've always been raised to take care of your own first, and then whatever you can do afterwards. My concern has always been where we have viable people in Cumberland County to be employed, we're employing people outside of our county, and I just think that is wrong for many reasons. The other issue that is near and dear to me, obviously as an attorney, is the issue dealing with the jail and the lawsuit that affected Cumberland County to the tune of $4.5 million dealing with the illegal strip searches of detainees within our jail.
Thanks, Rick. Next is Tom. If you don't have a card from Tom, please grab one. Tom's issues, of course, are dealing with the courthouse and the problems that are facing the courthouse and being a decaying building in the crown jewel of our county, as well as increasing taxes in the county. Tom?
Well, last year during the campaign, we touched on the courthouse, and at that time the county was filing suit against the people that designed and built the addition to the courthouse. And since then, the ruling has come back that they waited too long, the statute of limitations had passed, and now the taxpayers of Cumberland County are going to have to pay for the negligence of the people that built it. And this is the symbol of our county. Shepherd family's been here for 300 and some years, and it's a shame to see the symbol of our county deteriorate. My other subject was, what was my other subject? Oh, people leaving the county. And Gloria and I last night were walking around a neighborhood with a lot of senior citizens, and it was amazing how many people there were saying that they were going to have to leave the county and the state because of the cost of living, because we have the highest property taxes in the country. So this is near and dear. As the mayor of Lawrence Township, we've held the line for 19 years, where the county of Cumberland has raised their taxes every year for the last 7 years. It's averaged 15%.
Great. Lastly, is our county clerk, and we save our county clerk candidate and current county clerk for a reason. The example of how our county clerk's office is run, being effective and efficient, is the issues that Gloria Noto has on her card, and is a fine example of what we believe, as we find and encounter on the campaign trail, as many people believe, is a fine example of how Cumberland County could be run. Gloria?
Well, to begin with, I'm very honored to serve as a county clerk. But in serving as a county clerk, I also have a responsibility, and that is to give you the best service possible at the least possible cost. I'm very proud of the fact that my staff and I have watched our costs, and we are able to return consistently money from our budget back to the county treasurer. That makes us very proud, because I spend the money in the county clerk's office the same way I spend the money in my own home, very frugally. This is extremely important, especially in these hard-pressed times that we are living with in Cumberland County.
Great, thanks, Gloria. Before we move on to a little bit of display of how the site works, the other component after that is going to be a demonstration of the press getting access. There is a specific press box with a press ID card that you'll be issued that only gives you, the press, access to the site, and we'll describe that and explain that to you a little bit further in detail. Is there any questions that either of you or any of you have for the candidates?
I'd like to ask mine at the end.
Okay,
if that's okay.
Great.